first alert weather. It is heating up pretty quickly outside, and it's going to feel more like July than May, and this is just the beginning of a stretch of heat, right, Rochelle?
It is. We've got today, tomorrow, and Wednesday that we'll watch. We also have a few showers that we'll watch as well. Taking a look there at the from our harbor camera, I should say. Lots of sunshine. You may notice a little bit of some haze out there. We've got an air quality alert in place for parts of our state. So that is not for everyone across the board, but that is just one thing that we are watching right now. We're also, as mentioned, keeping an eye on some spotty showers or storms to develop a little bit later on today. And as Dennis talked about, it is going to be steamy through midweek. Here's a look at that air quality alert. It's a code orange. Anne Arundel, Hartford, Cecil, Baltimore counties, as well as Baltimore City, all under that air quality alert through late tonight, and we could see this reissued as well for your Tuesday. Skipping temperatures, we're talking about what it feels like once you factor in the humidity, which I will admit is a little higher than I thought it was going to be for today. Certainly steamy. We've got those feels like temperatures in many neighborhoods right now, already in the low to mid 90s. Columbia, Denton, Federalsburg, Bel Air, Elkton, all feeling like the low to mid 90s with more warming still left to go. It's only 12:02 in the afternoon. Very humid right now with those dew points currently sitting in the mid to upper 60s. As we continue over the next couple of days, the humidity values will stay very consistent. Not going to feel much relief, especially not when we go into the overnight hours. So something to keep in mind as we are preparing for the next couple of days. Quiet out there right now on first alert radar. But as mentioned, we are going to watch out for a few showers and storms later this afternoon. A few of those could get a bit on the strong side. We'll also talk about that risk, Dennis, for severe weather in the full first alert forecast.
Feeling like summer. Getting here to work, it already was feeling a little hot.
Yeah, it was feeling hot this morning, and then you walked into the building and it felt like a meat locker. And
we just can't win.
No, you go from the heat and humidity outside to what we've got in here right now. Taking a live look at the WJZ Outback. Little bit of a breeze, but my friends, my neighbors, it's just blowing that hot air around, that hot and humid air around. And that's the first time that I'm going to say this as we're going into the warmer months. Now there's plenty of sunshine outside right now, and that sunshine, of course, helping to warm things up. We've also got that air quality alert in place for some areas of northern and central Maryland. So just know we've got the heat, we've got the sunshine, the humidity all in place right now, and that will continue through the afternoon, and we'll also be watching out for some showers and storms. So as mentioned, it's steamy through the middle of the week. Spotty shower or storm for today, along with that air quality alert. We've got a code orange for areas like Anne Arundel County, Baltimore County, Hartford, Cecil counties, as well as Baltimore City. Feels like temperatures right now are sitting in the upper 80s to low and mid 90s for most neighborhoods. It's a little bit cooler right along the water right now. Dew points very humid across the board, and we've got first alert radar showing pretty quiet conditions, but we will be watching out, however, for a few areas of some storminess not too far from right now. Now, as far as the risk for severe weather, I talked about this a little earlier in the show. It is isolated. We've got a level 1 out of 5 risk for severe weather for areas west of I-95. That's not to say that it might not rain, might not storm east of 95 or along 95, but just know that better risk for a couple of stronger storms is going to be west of 95. Again, we're sitting in the 70s close to the water. You get away from the water and those feels like temperatures are getting close to, if not into the 90s. Heat indices over the next couple of days. Notice how it doesn't drop down all that much. It's still going to be very warm overnight, but during the day, we're going to have those heat index values, those feels like temperatures in the low to mid 90s. Notice how the muggy meter is very consistent in that somewhat humid category going through the middle part of the week. So just know humidity values will not let up as we go through the overnight hours. So windows closed, fans and AC on as much as you can handle it as we go through the next couple of days before we get some relief. So high temperatures across the eastern shore today, upper 80s to mid 90s. Steamy out there, and we continue with that pattern tomorrow. A few spotty showers or storms possible on your Tuesday. We've marked Wednesday as a possible alert day. We could have a more widespread area of a storm chance for your Wednesday, and the timing we will have to watch as well with the second half of the day, bringing those showers and storms potentially impacting the evening commute. That's going to come with a cold front. Notice the second half of the 7-day forecast. We are going to be seeing those cooler, more spring-like temperatures returning in just a few days' time, but we've got this taste of summer through the middle of the week that we'll have to get through before we can get to much more comfortable conditions looking toward the weekend. And unfortunately, we've got the rain chances that may coincide with some of your Memorial Day weekend plans. Maybe you're heading to some of those O's games as they return to Camden Yards, but certainly when it comes to the drought, these multiple rain chances are like music to our ears. Dennis?
All right, Rochelle, we have it up, but break down the week for us.
Okay, so first half of the 7-day, summer. Second half, spring with showers. That's the short version. Now, I will say we've got the humidity in place. It's not really going to let up until we get to those cooler temperatures later in the week. So hydration, SPF, taking breaks, staying in the shade, all very helpful.
Oh, sounds good. Thank you so much, Rochelle. Well, finally,